Hey guys, what is up YouTube? It is Card 5000 with part 13 of facts you didn't know about Pokemon. Now, last time we left off, we were at Dunsparce. How on earth is a normal type? It looks like a ground type though. Can learn poison and even one flying type move. And a ghost type move. Okay. Normal, rock, ghost, dark, flying, poison, ground. That's a really weird moveset. It is based on the Japanese legend a legless lizard. Its shiny form instead of all the blue parts. It is pink. It resembles a bee with a stinger-like tail, yellow stripes, and small wings. Anyway, moving on to Gligar. Gligar! Ash is seen with a Gligar. Appears to be based on a combination of a scorpion and a bat, because of its tail and its wings. It's a really weird combination. But Steelix, the one we've all been waiting for, is 30 foot too, and 881.8 pounds. If an Onix lives over 100 years, its composition changes and to become diamond-like. That's the Silver Pokédex entry. You learn Thunder Fang, Ice Fang, and Fire Fang. Let me guess, it can learn Mud Fang too? Which is ironic to learn Thunder Fang, because it is a stinking ground type. In black and white, the way it moves around is really weird. It has an unusually big head. It is the second largest Pokemon, the biggest being Wailord. It is the heaviest Generation 2 Pokemon. It is the highest base stat defense out of all Steel types and Ground types, at 200. It is the only non-rock type that can learn Rock Polish. Steelix and Altaria are the only Pokemon to change their primary type through evolution. Strangely, both of them are part 2 of a stage 2 evolutionary line that isn't affected by a certain type, electric and ground, respectively. Also, one member of the evolutionary line isn't affected by 2 types, electric and poison for Steelix, and ground and ghost for Swablu, Altaria's pre-evolution. Steelix is the only Pokemon that evolves by trading that can also be caught in-game. Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Snubbull. It can have the ability to intimidate for being half cute. And I am done with Snubbull. Moving on to Gramble. Okay, now it gets really intimidating. And I'm still taller than the thing. It is heavier than me. Quillfish. This is unofficial, but one team in Black 2 and White 2 on the Plasma Frigate in Driftvale City, one Team Rocket member says, you know, the guy came through here that had a Quillfish hairstyle. He was relating to Hugh. Even though it has a reputation of being a bad swimmer, it can learn Surf, Dive, and Waterfall, and one of its abilities is Swift Swim. It can learn Pin Missile, a bug-type move. It can learn Poison Jab. That's not so amazing. Well, it is, because it doesn't have arms, but it's still a poison type. It is an early design what would become a Quillfish, Harrison. It was called Baku, which was possibly a corruption of the word Fugu, meaning river pig, which both the Japanese word for pufferfish and a dish prepared from it. Scizor. Remember this one? I forgot what his shiny form looked like. Gary Oak has a Scizor. Can learn Faint. Pretty helpful. Its shiny form is green, Scyther's original color. Its claws resemble the head of a Trapinch. I was just about to say that. Scissors have grab-like pinchers, but cannot learn Guillotine, and it cannot learn Crab Hammer. Scizor has exactly the same stat total of its pre-evolution Scyther at 500. Also, Scyther's shiny color resembles a Scizor. Scizor's shiny color resembles a Scyther. If you think of the claws on Scizor's arms as heads, it'd be the second Pokemon to have 3 heads, the other Pokemon being Hydreigon. Shuckle, it has the best defense and special defense in game and the absolute worst speed stat. Both defenses being at 230, speed stat being at 5. For a grand total of 505. Which is really pretty cool. It can learn a bunch of Psychic type moves. 4. It has both the highest defense of all Pokemon, and that's the highest defense Pokemon. Both begat monstrous 614. Shuckle couldn't use any bug type moves in Pokemon Platinum, even though bug is its primary type. Shuckle is the only Pokemon with a function that has not an ability, changing of an orange berry to berry juice, then finally into a rare candy. It's possible for Shuckle to have the highest attack of all Pokemon by using the move Power Trip, which switches the Pokemon's attack and defense. The drawback on this tactic has a pretty low attack value, peaking at 130. Meaning that he can become pretty defenseless once he inverts attack and defense. Despite Pokédex entry saying that Shuckle has weak muscles. Hold on, my friend wrote this down somewhere, let me find it. Oh, it says body fluids can become juice. Let's see. Oh, I don't see it. Anyway. Shuckle is able to learn Rock Smash and Strength because of its hard shell. I don't see where it has weak muscles. No. Is the only dual-type Pokemon to have natural ability, Gluttony. But moving on to Heracross. Heracross was thought to be a pre-evolution of Pinsir before the release of Pokemon Gold and Pokemon Silver. Despite it being able to fly, it cannot learn Fly. It is the only fighting bug-type Pokemon. This Pokemon is modeled after the Japanese rhinoceros beetle, an insect that is used as a reference to many well-known anime manga Pokemon. The only bug-type move that Heracross can learn is Mega Horn at level 55. That is the last move it will learn by level up. Sneasel. This one's a shout out to a friend. Sneasel has the highest base stat of speed of any Pokemon that can still evolve. Sneasel and its evolution Weevil are the only ice-type Pokemon, other than those that are part water, to learn Surf. Sneasel has the highest speed of all Pokemon that can evolve, again. Its name is a play on Sneaky and Weasel, hence Sneak, the dark type, and Weasel, its appearance. In Japan, Sneasel and its evolution are considered felines. It's a play on a stray cat and Meow. Teddiursa. Teddiursa diverts from teddy, as in teddy bear, versus as in ursa, the Latin word for bear. But ursa ring. Ursa for the bear again, and then ring for the ring on its stomach? I think. The only known trainer in the anime with an Ursa ring is Paul. And both of Ursa Ring's abilities have something to do with stat increasing when affected by status alignment. They are Guts and Quick Feet. In Ursa Ring's evolution forms, there has the chest symbols of the moon. Ursa Ring's chest has a symbol of a full moon, symbolizing as the final evolutionary form. Slugma. This guy is rather weak, admittedly. Slugma is a play on words from slug and magma. Magcargo. Final evolution. Better. Oh, here we go. Diamond Pearl Platinum entry. Its body temperature is roughly 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Flames spout from gaps in its hardened shell, as you see in the picture. I think. It is the only rock-type Pokemon that has a pre-evolution that isn't a rock-type. It is a play on words from Magma and Escargot. Swinub. Yeah, as seen in hot springing lake, Swinub are able to smell out hot water straight from the source, even though they are weak to water. This, however, is a canon only for the anime and may not be faithful to the games. But Piloswine is pretty good because it doesn't have any. Corsola. Now, Corsola is based off of rock or coral. Its name comes from coral and soul. And those Pokedex entries of Black and White, Diamond, Pearl, Crystal, and Platinum, all suggesting Corsola can't live in polluted waters. It can still learn Toxic in the previously mentioned games. The Pokedex entry for Emerald also suggests if a Corsola used Toxic underwater, its coral stalks will crumble away. Oh yeah, here it is. Corsola live in warm southern seas. If the seas become polluted, the beautiful coral stalks will become discolored and crumble away in tatters. That's seriously what it says. Despite Corsola being a water and rock type Pokemon, it can still learn to move Psychic with the use of a TM and Heart Gold. Corsola is the only pink rock type Pokemon. It is the only Pokemon whom is a Router Rock, who lacks the ability Swift Swim. Moving on to Remoraid. Or Remoraid. Remoraid, whatever. Octillery. It actually evolves into Octillery, believe it or not. But why? Why? Octillery is what? A water type? Here what it learned. Rock Blast. A rock. Poison, water. Psychic. Okay, here's what it learned in order. Rock, poison, water, normal, psychic, ice, water, normal, bug, ice, grass, normal, water. Grass is Bullet Seed. Wait a minute. He's a water type. Say what? Even though its Pokédex entries say it has a rock hard head, it does not have the ability Rock Head, and it cannot learn Headbutt. He's the only Pokemon that can learn Octazooka. His Octillery can learn all of the beam moves except Solar Beam. That would be Psybeam, Aurora Beam. Wait, except Psybeam I said? Oh, Solar Beam. Psybeam, Aurora Beam, Bubble Beam, Signal Beam, Ice Beam, Hyper Beam. Cannot learn Solar Beam. Are you kidding me? I had my Porygon Z learn all beam moves. Octillery is in similarity to Milotic and Gyarados have an evolution that is completely different in appearance. Because Feebas does not resemble Milotic and what's it? Magikarp does not resemble Gyarados. It is the only Pokemon that is based off a Cephalopods. Octillery can obscure its enemy's vision by squirting black ink. When it gets sleepy, it may snatch another Octillery's den. It's based off an octopus with some tank-like characteristics. Its name is a combination of octopus and artillery. Delibird. I have a weird feeling that this guy should evolve. Dee! Yes. In Dream World, Delibird can obtain the ability Imsenia, furthering relation to St. Nicholas. He has delivered toys to all the children in the world in a single night. Delibird is one of 5 Pokemon owned by Santa. The other 4 are Jynx, Lapras, Stantler, and Rapidash. And remind me who Santa is again? Hold on. My friend is working. Oh dear. He doesn't know. Well, I think we all know who Santa is. I just never heard of him in the Pokemon games, so I couldn't be sure. It is the only Pokemon that can learn Icy Wind by breathing and receive Stab for it. Delibird is a play on words of delivery in bird, which makes sense that it delivers people, and also has move present. That's pretty nice. Mantine. If you look closely on its left wing, it has a remoraid attached to it, like some fish do to eels. It is 485 pounds. And it's one of the few Pokemon to have a different Pokemon living on it. Slowbro and Slowking are the others. The Pokédex color says it is purple. Pokédex colors are never reliable. Well, here's Skarmory. We all look forward to Skarmory because he is very weak. Here's a couple special abilities. It's the only steel fighting Pokemon. Its defense is the highest among all the flying type Pokemon, with a 140. Being a steel flying type Pokemon, Skarmory takes damage from ice, fire, and rock, which are super effective against flying. Being a flying dual type, it is more resistant to fighting type attacks than pure steel. It's the only Pokemon to learn Steel Wing by leveling up. No other Pokemon has the same type combination. Skarmory is the highest defense of all flying Pokemon. I forgot I said that. Why am I talking like this? Oh dear. Houndour does not have any, so I'm moving on to Houndoom. No other Pokemon show same type combination as Houndoom and Houndour. Having a pair of horns, it cannot learn Horn Attack or Horn Drill. This might be due to the fact that the horns curve back, making it difficult to stab with the points of the horns. You have to stab yourself. But Kingdra. The long-awaited Kingdra is actually heavier than Emboar. Kingdra is heavier than Emboar. At 335.1 pounds. Are you kidding me? That can't be right. Kingdra has the best type advantage in the game, tied only with Palkia. Suppressed by only Dark Ghost, which only has no weaknesses. Spawned 2 Water Dragon Pokemon, other being Palkia, of course. Kingdra is one of the few Pokemon that have the same Japanese name as their English name. Kingdra is a non-legendary Dragon type to not be weak to Ice types. Well, Dialga and Palkia aren't. Vampy, actually. And I went overtime. So see you guys next time.